Well, we have a big day in Gonzaga basketball. The men are playing Kentucky right now and winning, but we've got a packed house inside the kennel to see the number 19 women's team take on LMU this afternoon. Well, it's so great to have you with us. Greg Talbot and the great Shaniqua Nillis with you today. Well, we are headed down the stretch of the conference season. The Zags picked up a 37-point win last time out, and Caitlin Trong was the headliner, 19-point shack, and 15 of those were off threes.
Yeah, she's shooting with so much confidence, playing with a lot of swagger right now. She's shooting 44% from the three-point line. Last time down in LMU, she only had 10 points, but she's playing with so much more dominant capabilities and tendencies right now. She's shooting well from behind the three-point line, but she does so many things for this team, and her scoring just adds to their game. Also
top 5 in the country right now in assists. Let's take a look at the starting lineups today. Yvonne Ejim is out of town for the Zags, playing with Team Canada for the weekend. So Maud Hybens starting in her place.
And Matt's been playing well these last couple of weeks for the Zags, so her sliding into that starting position makes a lot of sense. And you also have those 4 vets. You have both Trongs, Brenda Maxwell, Liza Hollingsworth. That helps stabilize that starting 5.
And for LMU, their best player is Alexis Marks. She leads them statistically in pretty much every category. She's a monster.
Yeah, she is a beast for this LMU program. Runs the floor hard in transition, does a lot of things well. She didn't have a great showing against the Zags last time they played at the end of January. Only 6 points. She did have 9 rebounds, but look for this LMU program to get her going early on.
Well, it's 31 home wins in a row for this Gonzaga women's team. Big crowd on hand, hoping to make it number 32. Zags, obviously the favorite coming into this one, 10-0. First place in the West Coast Conference. 2 games up on second place, Portland. LMU, meanwhile, 4-6 in conference. There's Coach Lisa Fortier, and this team has been dominant start to finish this season. She wouldn't want us to say it, but you know, an undefeated conference season is still very much in play.
Definitely in play, and I think that's the goal of this program, and definitely the expectation. They wanted to come into the WCC strong, competitive. They've worked really hard in the non-conference scheduling to make sure that they were prepared to get through conference, and also looking towards March and being ready for that NCAA tournament.
This team is ready. Question is, how far will they let them climb up the line? We'll talk about them more over the next couple weeks. Eliza Hollingsworth into tip against Amaya Oliver for LMU. Liza wins the tip. Caitlin Trong brings it across. And we're underway this afternoon here in Spokane. Obviously, as you can see on your screen, a lot of pink. It's the annual Pink Out game, supporting breast cancer awareness here at the women's program. As Kaylee Trong gets to the rim, no. Looks like Oliver might have tipped that one out of bounds. And this one will stay with the Zags.
Ball screen offense is definitely a point of emphasis against the Lions today. How they guard screens is a big advantage to this Zag program, so look for them to be running a lot of ball screen action.
A lot of working around the perimeter too, especially with Vonnie gone. There's Caitlin Trong around and off, and Hybens the putback, no. And LMU able to recover and look for the first points of the game this afternoon. It's Sophia Anusa, and they'll take their timeout to Sydney Gandy, who's been very good for them the last couple weeks. And here she is. Elevates for a jumper, no. Great board by Oliver. She's all over the floor underneath the basket here in the first minute of this game.
LMU's forwards do a great job on the offensive glass. They're very active. So not only do you have to stop their momentum when they crash the boards, but you have to keep a body on them because they're very capable of pulling down a lot of offensive rebounds.
Jasia Hamilton launched that one up, and Hollingsworth able to bring it back down despite the pressure as the Zags team looks for their first points of the game. They're the best offense in the West Coast Conference, 81 points a game. Second place in points per game is only 70. They are far and away the most effective offense.
Yeah, they score in bunches and from a lot of different people.
Yep.
One of their last games, all 5 starters were in double figures, plus a couple people coming off the bench. So it's just really difficult to figure out how do we guard this team and how do we stop them from putting so many points on the board.
Usually it would be a problem missing your best player, headed off to play for the Canadian national team, but this team is very comfortable with Vonnie taking a couple games off to go do that because they have 4 other gals who are averaging double digits.
Yeah, quite the luxury for this program when you have a player like Vonnie Ejim who can go and chase an opportunity like that. It's an Olympic qualifier year.
Alexis Mark did not get it off in time. Shot clock violation. Well, the Zags offense, like we said, leading the conference by double digits in points per game. Also, the shooting, especially the last couple of weeks, has been insane. As a team this year, they are shooting 49%. That is remarkable.
Just unheard of.
And that one goes down. And it's Kaylee Trong, her first points of the game. First points of the game for the Bulldogs. Back around to Alexis Mark, looking for her first points. She won't get it, as Brenna Maxwell does it.
And Marks isn't necessarily strong from the three-point line. As you see, Kaylee Trong, who is strong from that three-point line, that's a great part of her game. Alexis Marks, I think you have to get her involved in that mid-post, low post. That way she's able to use her athleticism against Eliza Hollingsworth, against Mount Hybens, instead of settling for three-point shots.
It has been so fun and so gratifying this year to watch Kaylee Trong take on more of an off-ball guard role while her sister Kaylin took over more of the point role. Kind of a mix-up to what it was the last couple of years, but it's opened up a whole new version of this offense as Sydney Gandy gets the 2.
Yeah, I think them both getting opportunities to play off-ball has been really crucial for their game to continue to develop and find other ways to score, and also give them a spell, too. It's exhausting to handle the ball against the pressure that they're seeing. So they're playing well, and it's made this team much more dynamic offensively.
There goes Kaylin. Met by a double. Liza Hollingsworth very nearly got it, and a good board by Alexis Mark. She's not only their leading scorer, she's also the leading rebounder. 7.5 boards a game. Well, Sydney Gandy's had the ball in her hands a lot these first couple of minutes. So has Amaya Oliver. Double teamed. Oh, nearly got it to go. So stay with LMU. Couple subs in, 2 for each team. Callie Stokes and Destiny Burton checking in for the Bulldogs. And Cynthia Azasia in for LMU. Gandy again. Well, eventually those shots are going to start going down for her. She just has to keep taking them, right?
Yeah, that's a great look for her. She's definitely capable of knocking that down. I'm concerned with the Zags' ability to secure the defensive rebound after an LMU shot right now. There's been a lot of deflections.
Yeah.
LMU is crashing hard, so they have to really be locked in and disciplined with those checkouts.
Zags only out rebounding LMU 5-4 right now. That is a travel. Waved it off. Almost an up and down, too. You could have almost gone with either.
Yeah, she just got caught in the air there. Would love to see her get in the lane, land 2 feet. She has her floater. She's great at that. Or if it's waiting for Destiny Burton to post up after that roll. Just got caught up in the air, so she'll be more disciplined.
Good feed down low to Azasia. One of the multiple grad students on this team. She's from Greece. They have 9 seniors or grad students in their rotation. This is a veteran team, LMU.
And they're full of athletes, people who want to be aggressive, both with the ball in their hands and defensively. So you're seeing that come into play right now against the Zags.
Kaylee Trong through the lane. Misplayed it. Hollingsworth, 2, one more.
Great job by Kaylee Trong of getting into the lane. She was kind of football player. She cradled it, was able to protect the ball. Not able to finish, but Eliza Hollingsworth, this is where she's really grown her game, able to secure that rebound, finish through contact.
Zags leading 8-4 at the under 5 media timeout. We'll take it and come right back. All right, so Destiny Burton right before the last break was set to come in for this Gonzaga team. And at the start of the game, Shaq, we were talking about how Mott Hybens will get a lot of the minutes that Vonnie Ejim was set aside for before she left for the weekend. But, you know, Destiny will get some of those minutes too. She played well on Thursday.
Yeah, and she's been battling through a knee injury, so she was kind of finding herself in and out of this lineup. But this is a great opportunity for her to just show off what she can do. She's a little bit different of a post player for this Zags program. Not as tall as Hybens, Hollingsworth, or Ejim, but she's been playing against them in practice for a couple of seasons now, and so I think it makes her really crafty. She gives them a different look. And you need everybody to be playing well down the stretch when it comes to postseason play, or post-conference play, I should say. So these are really important minutes for her to boost her confidence and just show off what she can do.
No doubt. This is Noelle Yancey, yet another senior in this rotation. 9 seniors or grad students play for them. Nicole Rodriguez for her first points. Nice move to the rim. Usually she hangs out on the perimeter. Pretty rare to see her drive like that. Speaking of the perimeter, around and off from Kaylee Trong.
Zags came out of that timeout in a little 1-3-1, trying to switch stuff up. They're going back to man here.
And Callie Stokes getting her first run of minutes in this game as well, as the Zags get this one back. This Gonzaga team shooting only 33% from the field so far today, significantly below their normal average of 49 this season. Trong, bang, that one goes down. Kaylin Trong is here for the day.
And exactly that. I think early on in the season when they didn't come out shooting hot, I feel like they got really tight. Everybody was forcing it, maybe taking some bad shots, overly concerned with knocking down shots from the perimeter, but I feel like this group now, they understand the flow of the game, so they don't lose their confidence when they're not hitting shots right off the bat.
Noelle Yancey, no. And Strong the rebound. She wants to push, she'll find Callie Stokes. And they'll hang out on the perimeter. Gonzaga has not gotten many chances to run that fast break so far. Been playing a lot of half court. And that one's taken away by Cynthia Azasia. Well, this LMU team is the second worst shooting team in the West Coast Conference coming into this game. They shoot 39% as a team. Gonzaga's defense has done a decent job of bottling them up. And that'll be on Callie Stokes. And Bree Salenbine will come into the game for the Zags for the first time. Finally getting her first real season as a Gonzaga Bulldog. This is her third year in the program, and she redshirted and then she was hurt, and finally, despite being hurt again to start the season, she has really showed flashes of what we've always hoped she was the last couple of weeks, Shaq.
Yeah, and there was so much disruption to her start as a Zag, but I feel like the last couple of weeks as she's getting her game wind and getting more comfortable with the ball in her hands and her role on this team, we have had glimpses of what she's capable of on both ends of the floor for the Zag program. Pretty
special offensively, no doubt. Kaylee Trong. Running the shot clock down. Zags take it inside 10. Kaylin Trong to Salenbine. Puts it up with 7 to shoot. Around and in.
You see her apologize there to Kaylin Trong because Kaylin zipped it over to her and kind of put her hands up like, shoot it, the shot clock's going, and Bree added a couple extra jab steps there and then was able to let it fly, touched every part of the rim but got it to drop, and then looked at Kaylin and said, sorry, I'll catch and shoot that.
Listen to this crowd. Deja Hamilton, 5 to shoot. Here she goes, up and over Hybens. And Stokes the rebound.
When you're guarding the pick and roll, that's what you typically live with, is if the guard comes off and has to shoot, pull up jumpers. Kaylin Trong loses the ball there. Turnover that ended up into a foul.
LMU will bring in 3 players off the bench.
There you see Trong zipping it over to her, added a couple jab steps, and then you'll see her say, sorry, my bad. I know that's a catch and shoot. I don't know if she caught it cleanly, but just interesting to see that moment between those two guards for the Zags.
Sure. All right, Sydney Gandy back on the floor for the Lions. Here she goes. And Brenna Maxwell there to meet her. Zags have not done a whole lot of substituting so far, at least compared to the Lions. There goes Anusa, up and over. Beautiful shot. Second chance. Alexis Mark. LMU 0 for 5 from 3.
0 for 5, but giving themselves plenty of chances to score by crashing the offensive glass hard. They got 2 in this possession alone.
Hamilton. One's going to go down eventually, just not yet. Thing is, these are good looks. These are not bad shots.
No, those are good looks, and you also have to take those. You want to keep the defense honest, because the last thing you want is for the Zags to just sit in the key and not guard you out on the perimeter at all.
On the shot clock, Stokes. Should be a block on Sophia Anusa.
A little bit of a smaller lineup for Gonzaga here with Callie Stokes playing the 4. Was able to get it in the short corner, faced up, attack, was able to draw that foul. Hollingsworth going to come back in, though, to give the Zags some size, as is Esther Little.
Yep, this is a big lineup.
This is a lengthy lineup, especially with Bree Salenbean.
All right, 25 on the game clock, 20 on the shot clock for the Zags. Hybens. LMU doing a good job guarding the perimeter. 5 to shoot. Esther Little underneath. 3 to shoot. Hybens forced it up, not a bad shot. Liza the rebound, Zags will hold. 3 to shoot. Hybens can't get it to go, and there's the buzzer. Pretty fun first quarter basketball. Zags leading 15-6 here in the kennel. LMU started off pretty well, then went ice cold. LMU was 0 for their last 6. On to the second quarter in Spokane right after this. Zags leading 15-6 as we come back to start the second quarter here in Spokane. LMU has gone ice cold, Shaq. They are 0 for their last 6 as a team. And the Zags shooting 38%. They usually shoot about 50%. So both teams struggling on offense.
Yeah, that's true. I think if you're LMU, you're happy with that first quarter to only be down 9, holding the Zags to 15 points. But if you're the Zags, you have to put more points on the board. You need to be more disciplined when you are running your offense, being able to execute under this pressure defense that LMU does and get some easy baskets.
It's tipped away by Alexis Mark, but she went in there hard with the body, and that'll be a foul. Other notable statistics at the end of the first quarter. Gonzaga, Shaq, 0 points off fast breaks. When was the last time that happened?
Yeah, that's part of their offensive identity. I think part of that is them missing Ejim as well. She tends to run so hard in transition and get them easy baskets early on in games and get herself going. So I think that's where you're seeing them missing Vonnie the most right now.
That is a good point, and there is Mott Hybens in Vonnie's place. Good for her to be getting the amount of minutes she has gotten this year. She is going to take on a monumental role next year with so many of the fifth-year players who will be moving on.
Yeah, it's been nice to see her grow and develop in this program and also learn from some great veteran forwards in Hollingsworth and Ejim. But yeah, she's kind of next up for them when it comes to great guard or great post play.
And there's Brenna Maxwell with a rebound, who has been silent offensively. No points for her yet as Hybens misses in transition. Leading scorer for the Zags right now, Kaylee Trong with 6. There goes Sydney Gandy. Good looking jumper. She's had a bad day offensively. 1 for 4 shooting in 8 minutes. Maxwell on the move. Not her best shot. And Nicole Rodriguez with the board.
I think if you're Lisa Fortier, you're unhappy with that shot. You can definitely get yourself something better. I like Brenna Maxwell being aggressive in transition, but if nothing's there, run your set, make LMU work defensively.
They've certainly been doing that so far. LMU has not just been giving up shots. Rodriguez leaves it off for Mark. Zag ball. They have been forcing a decent amount of turnovers last couple of minutes. Certainly putting some pressure on at least.
Yeah, both sides, it feels like struggling with a little bit of flow on both sides of the ball. We're seeing a lot of end of the shot clock looks for the teams. They're not getting stuff early like they would want.
What do you attribute that to for the Zags?
I think for the Zags, LMU does a really good job. You see it there of getting deflections, being physical with guards. They have a lot of athletes, so they're just really active. They make things tough. And on the other end, I think Gonzaga, that's a part of their defensive key. They really wanted to defend the paint and match LMU's intensity when it comes to on-ball screen defense and having all 5 players involved. So it's funny, I feel like the scouts are similar, and we're going to see who can kind of break free first.
What a leave off for Kaylin Trong, my word. That was flawless.
Great pass by Hollingsworth.
I mean, textbook.
That's the stuff you drill, right? Of having your post players able to go off the bounce, land, and deliver a backdoor pass right on the money.
Yancey on Maxwell. LMU running down the shot clock again. This is Oliver. She's got 5. Yancey got to put it up. Time running out. I don't think she got that off in time. She did not. Doesn't count. LMU 3 for 16 from the field.
Have to do a better job offensively for the Lions of recognizing those late shot clock opportunities and making sure everybody's aware that we have to get a shot up.
Zags defense really taking a shine today as Destiny Burton is down low. And Coach Hughes wants a timeout for LMU.
Great job here. Kaylee Tron coming off that ball screen, zipping a pass. Great catch by Destiny Burton, able to finish in traffic as well.
Zags rolling 21-6. .6:25 to go in the first half here in Spokane. Bulldogs leading 21-6. LMU Shack has not scored a basket since the 4:39 mark in the first half.
Yeah, the Zags are doing a great job of that on-ball screen defense again. But if you're the Lions, I think you have to do a better job of getting yourself downhill, putting pressure on not only the ball handler defense, but also on that second line, making it tough for the Zags to help the helper, so to speak. So right now there's a lot of dribbling amongst the perimeter. Tough pass there, leading your teammate into traffic as well. She's passing that from the G of the Gonzaga logo at half court, putting her teammate in a tough position even if she is able to make that catch. So right off the bat, we come out of that timeout and LMU again unable to get a shot at the basket.
Jump ball, and the Zags will try to move it pretty quickly up despite the LMU pressure. Destiny Burton still out there getting her a legit run of minutes. Hollingsworth. Zags taking their time on offense again. Strong. Back to Burton. They'll run it down. 5 to shoot, and she traveled.
There's just not a great flow right now for the Zags of being able to break. They broke that pressure from LMU pretty easily, but then it takes them an extra 5 to 7 seconds to get into their offense. And those 5 to 7 seconds matter against pressure like LMU. So
much of this team and their high-powered offense relies on ball movement and off-the-ball movement. Without Avon Ejim here today, as that one is waved off, they're having a hard time getting the movement they need to get the passes they need to get the baskets they need, I think.
Yeah, I think everybody is quick to say Vonnie's presence on the offensive front is what they're missing the most, but she's also developed herself into a really great leader. And yes, you have great floor generals in Kaylee and Kaylin Trong, but she brings an element of communication and toughness and also the ability to just keep people calm. And right now we're seeing some uncharacteristic turnovers and loose with the ball from the Zags. And I think that's something that Vonnie just helps them navigate through, whereas instead of 5-6 possessions where it's just a little bit funky, she just helps keep everybody calm because she's just an instant bucket.
Well, here's Amaya Oliver, who was great the first couple of minutes, looking to give them their first basket in nearly 10 minutes. At least their first point in nearly 10 minutes.
We'll see if that kind of opens up the basket for the Lions, if they're able to make a little bit of an offensive push here these last 5 minutes of the second quarter.
LMU 3 for 16 from the field, 0 for 7 from 3. Salenbine had a look at the lane. She'll take it on the delay and get it. That was something.
Nobody stopped to pick up the ball. She was able to get all the way into the paint without any pressure or any primary defender, really. And if you're Erica Hughes, that's not good enough from your defense.
Definitely not. Here's Oliver. Brenna Maxwell a little aggressive on defense. She did not get called for it. And there's Amaya Oliver with their first field goal in about 10 minutes. That'll be a block, no doubt, as Trong hits the deck. As Ella Wedden comes back on for LMU. Deja Hamilton as well. So a smaller lineup out there right now for the Lions. It's a jump shooting and running lineup. Definitely not their tallest. And a kick ball. Maxwell to inbound. She still has not scored yet. Salenbine. Out to Maxwell. Doesn't need a lot of space. Bang. Brenna Maxwell, 7th in the country in threes right now. That's number 71 on the season.
And that's a tough matchup for Amaya Oliver.
Yeah, what do you do?
Made her put it on the ground, made her bounce it a couple of times. But that's where Brenna Maxwell has really improved her game this season, being able to score three-pointers off the bounce.
And with a man in her face.
For sure.
She'd get open a lot last season. That's the kind of addition she's made to her game, which is, I mean, impossible to guard.
Yeah, her ability to create her own shot this season has really elevated her game, whereas last season I felt like she was primarily just a catch-and-shoot three-pointer. But now she's really worked hard. It's been really fun to watch how hard she works. You can see Oliver able to catch and score there in the paint for the Lions.
There's Amaya Oliver. She's leading the team in scoring now. She's got 5 out of their 11 points. Callie Stokes.
Zag's able to break that pressure and score in their primary press break. Good job by Callie Stokes being available, flashing to the middle hard, rising up for her little pull-up in the middle of the paint.
She's gotten so much more comfortable on the floor this year. Rodriguez, no. Oh, for sure on Deja Hamilton, not even close. Came down way too hard.
Yeah, I think if she actually just went up and tried to get it with two hands, they probably would have let it go because Kaylin Trong didn't fully check her out, but it was the volleyball spike down that I think made that an easy call. But again, that's what the Lions do. They crash the offensive boards hard.
Coming down toward the 3-minute mark to play here in the first half. Maxwell, after the 3, gets the 2.
And again, that's something that she wasn't doing often or very comfortable last year, but now you have to, she's a three-level scorer, so that's been amazing for her to grow her game in that way.
What a genuine gift she was the last 2 years, huh?
Definitely.
Exactly what you want the transfer portal to be in college sports, compared to what many people think it currently is.
Yes.
3 to shoot. Wedden's got to go up. Got it. Well, LMU has finally turned it on a little bit. They got to 13 points. Oh, Hollingsworth. Are you kidding me? Give me a break, Liza. And one.
Just a great job by Hollingsworth of running hard. This does not look open, but for Kaylin Trong, this is just another easy pass to her forward running in transition. Great catch there by Eliza, able to finish, get herself to the free throw line as well.
Salenbine gets whistled. And that is two pretty quick fouls in succession for Bree Salenbine. Claire O'Connor headed over to the scorer's table. She might take Bree's spot the rest of the half. That would make sense. And a travel on Deja Hamilton. Salenbine heads off. Claire O'Connor comes in.
A little shuffle of the feet there by Hamilton. Coach Erica Hughes for LMU imploring her team to get up, to pressure, really trying to turn up the intensity defensively, make these Zag guards uncomfortable.
Less than 2 minutes to go in the half. Liza. She's been going off the last couple minutes. Trong from way downtown.
I don't know if that was obvious to the folks at home, but Esther Little actually went up, was trying to get the rebound, realized that she was going to get in a tipping game. Yeah, and she was able to give a little volleyball set to Trong. And those are the best type of three-point attempts, right, is after an offensive rebound, kick out, catch and shoot, just like you drill in practice every day.
A couple of beyond beautiful plays the last couple minutes for the Zags. Trapped in the corner, out of bounds. Azasia will keep it.
You see her there. She thought about coming down with it and possessing it, but instead set to Kaylin Trong, able to knock it down.
Love that wink at the bench, too. That was funny.
They have some great celebrations.
They play with joy. They really do.
There is a lot of joy here. That's a big part of why this is one of the toughest places to come in and play, because fans enjoy the type of basketball that is played in the Kennel.
And so do the players. Gandy. Let it loose, out of bounds. Gonzaga ball.
The Zags defense has gotten better. At the start of the season, there was a lot of concern about, can you get stops? So now you're seeing them, they've really bought into the defensive end, and they're able to do a couple of different things. So they were in man-to-man, and then Kaylin Trong got that foul, and then they switched and put it in a little extended zone.
Zags have made 8 of their last 9 shots. Hottest they have been this afternoon. Trong deep again, ring it up. Good Lord, Lori.
The confidence that she is playing with is unreal. That was very deep, but zero hesitation, just caught it with confidence, able to let it fly.
Those were deep threes, both of them. She's now got 11 points. That's leading the team.
Now she's battling Oliver.
Beautiful shot by Hamilton.
LMU needs a couple more of those to fall to just stay close in the second half.
All right, 10 on the game clock. Little to the corner. Claire O'Connor, 2 to shoot. Got to go up. And they wasted it. Doesn't matter. What a remarkable end to the first half. Zags made 9 of their last 10 shots, including a couple of absolutely spectacular threes from Kaylin Trong. 38-16 our halftime score. We're talking March Madness, halftime stats, highlights, and more after the break on ESPN Plus. Stay here. All right, we are back inside the McCarthy Athletic Center. 38-16 our halftime score. First place Gonzaga taking on 4-6 in the West Coast Conference LMU, and This first half went about what we expected, Shaq. First half thoughts, kind of a bad scoring start for both teams, and then the Zags turned it on.
Yeah, the second part of that second quarter, the Zags started to look a little bit like the team that we've become accustomed to seeing on this floor. LMU struggling to score and now struggling to get stops. So that's a tough combination for the Lions. I expect both teams to make some more adjustments at halftime and then come out and show what they can do.
All right, so we mentioned the Zags are 10-0 in the West Coast Conference and pursuing an undefeated conference season at this point, very much in play. Taking a look at the West Coast Conference standings as we get ready to head down the home stretch the next, 3 or 4 weeks before we go to Vegas. Portland only 2 games back, and that's about all they can hope for, I think, really, at this point.
Yeah, the Zags, I think their main focus for these final few weeks of conference play is to remain undefeated, going into that conference tournament in Vegas with very little doubt who is dominant in this conference.
Is Portland only 2 games worse than Gonzaga in terms of how good they are?
That's tough. I think the Zags are just fully loaded, and now they have bench players who, with Vonnie Ejim being out these last 2 games, are getting more opportunities to show off their dominance as well. So I feel like you go down their roster and there really doesn't seem to be a weak point. And that's tough.
Fair enough. All right, taking a look at the resume as we approach Las Vegas and then, of course, the NCAA tournament for this team. Let's take a look at their resume. Number 19 in the AP ranking. A lot of people would say they deserve to be higher than that, especially considering their net ranking. Big quality wins. Stanford, who at the time was number 2 in the country. Alabama, Cal, Arizona, a legendary program the last couple of years. Rice. Washington State was one of the best women's teams in this part of the country when they lost that game in overtime. Louisville was a neutral site game. They're on the 4 line. Is that about what we can expect them to be at, Shaq?
Yeah, I think that's where they're at, especially like you said with that AP ranking being as it is. I also believe that they should be ranked higher. I don't know if I'm biased as an alum or what, but
we both are.
We both are, yes. But they've had some great quality wins. You see them there, and they weren't even playing their best basketball at that point in the season. So to see how they've improved, I think if you match up with them come March, that's a very scary thing, regardless of what program you are. They're playing very well. They have a veteran leadership squad as well. They're going to be tough come March.
What is their ceiling?
Oh, I don't know. Again, I think as a biased alum, I think they can make a very deep run in the tournament this March. The goal is everybody stays healthy.
Right.
Obviously, there is a little bit of luck involved of who you draw that first round and who you match up with in the second round as well. But they have the potential and the pieces to have a very deep run into the NCAA tournament.
I think you're right. All right. Fun halftime show. That was delightful.
So cute.
We will take a break and come back more after this. Zags at the moment doubling up LMU. Actually, more than doubling them up. 38-16 is our halftime score in Spokane. We're back with stats, highlights, and a lot more after the break on ESPN+. All right, halftime back here in the kennel. Gonzaga leading LMU 38-16 after the first 20 minutes. Let's take a look at some of these first half highlights because I would say, Shaq, we're not going to see a lot from the first couple minutes of basketball because those shots were not going down. But once Gonzaga opened up the threes from beyond the arc, this whole game changed. They are 7 for 11 from downtown.
Yeah, slow start, but once that basket opened up, and Kaylin Trong leading the way for them, just able to score in bunches, really comfortable regardless of how deep she is. Bree got involved too from behind the three-point line. Slow start, but they started to really find their flow from the three-point line. Also, their guards did a great job of being able to get into the lane. That little dump down pass for Hybens in the dunker spot. You see that backdoor cut as well. So they're starting to really find their offensive flow and look for that to be continued here in the start of the second half.
A couple beautiful passes down low. Here's Gonzaga's scoring at the moment. Maud Hybens has 2, Kaylee Trong has 6, Eliza Hollingsworth has 5, Kaylin Trong leads the way with 11, Brenna Maxwell with 5, Destiny Burton with 2, Callie Stokes with 2, and Bree Salenbine with 5. So not their most electric first half of basketball, but and knowing this team, I think we're going to see a lot more in the second half.
Yeah, and one thing that I noticed as you're rallying off all those players that are getting involved in contributing points on the board for the Zags is just that. Like, that's a lot of names that you're calling out. So they have people that are stepping up in Yvonne Ejim's absence. And so while, you are worried about the starting 5 necessarily with or more so with Hollingsworth able to shoot and Maxwell and the Trongs. There are scores that are available. They just haven't been asked to do that yet. But now with Egypt being gone, they're able to get some extra baskets. And that's just going to propel this team even further, like we discussed at halftime, into the NCAA tournament.
All right, last break of the halftime show. Coming up after this, we'll show you first half stats and get the second half up and running from the kennel right after this. We're about 2 minutes away from tipping off the second half inside the McCarthy Athletic Center. Gonzaga 38, LMU 16. Let's see how we got here. Let's take a look at some of our halftime stats. And boy, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times in terms of shooting. LMU 33%. Gonzaga started like 34% from the field in the first 5 minutes. Somehow they got to nearly 60. That's remarkable.
Yeah, they had a stellar second quarter there. Able to just keep going, remember their identity offensively, and finally get some shots to fall. You see those turnovers as well. LMU had 9. The Zags were able to score 18 points off of those 9 turnovers. So the Zags are doing a great job of applying pressure and then getting something out of that pressure.
And the assists were really not working the first, 5-10 minutes, but that second quarter was just beautiful pass after beautiful pass.
Yeah, the guards were doing a great job of getting downhill, especially off of those ball screen actions, able to get shots for themselves, but then also creating opportunities for other players as well.
All right, we are not done yet with the West Coast Conference season, but we are coming up on it. Always a fun game against St. Mary's. They go down to the road. St. Mary's and Pacific, then back for USF, which is always a fun game up here. But, I mean, this season went so fast, Shaq. We're almost done.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that we're approaching mid-February and that conference play is just about up. Like we said, Lisa Fortier and her staff are expecting her team to continue this role within the conference of dominance and finishing undefeated, really just having that confidence going into post-conference play.
That Portland game down the stretch is going to be very important.
Yeah, Portland is an environment in itself. There's been
especially when the Zags are in town.
Yeah, they definitely show up and want to create a hostile environment, if you will, down at Portland. So that'll be a tough match. Doesn't matter what the records are each game, each day you have to step up and battle, and they have to battle this next 10 minutes of the third quarter.
All right, back out there for the start of the second half. And the Zags put their starting 5 back on the floor in case you weren't with us for the start of the game and you're wondering, hey, where's Yvonne Ejim? As that one is up and in from Sophia Inusa. Vonnie is off with Tim Canra playing in, I believe, Hungary or Turkey right now with the Canadian national team, helping them get ready for the Olympics. So, hopefully we see Vonnie on a massive stage this summer.
Yeah, a great opportunity for her to go and be around such pros and get ready for this Olympic year. The good news is she's not just gone on vacation, right? She's still playing. She's still getting great reps.
Right.
So she's just going to come right back into this program and keep putting points on the board, keep getting rebounds.
Brenna Maxwell, bring it up. 8 points. Man, she started this game with 0 points, I believe, up until the second quarter, and then she just really went off.
Yeah, I think she might have got a talking to from the staff of you need to be more aggressive. And she's doing just that.
That's up to Sydney Gandy, who's been all over the floor but has not been effective shooting. Here's Alexis Mark. She's their best shooter, and she finally gets another one down. She's been quiet today.
And that's what I thought was missing from her in the first half, is she was a bit too comfortable facilitating, just passing to her teammates. But her going downhill like that is exactly what the Lions team needs to just cut into this lead.
Sure. Kaylin Strong had a couple of deep threes and said pass it off to Eliza Hollingsworth, who is rejected by Amaya Oliver, and no foul. Big subs coming in for LMU. Nicole Rodriguez has had a very good first half. Cynthia Azasia comes in as well, along with Noelle Yancey.
Quick sub there from Erica Hughes. So I think she's, wanting her team to apply more pressure. So she's going to try to do some quicker subs as Hyben's able to score there.
So you're into sprint and cover on defense, yeah?
Yes.
Fair enough. Yancey. Anusa. Look at that acceleration. Gave it up, but I mean, that is a skill set.
Yeah, she's very quick off the bounce, able to get into the paint quickly, looking for her teammate in the corner. Unable to complete it there, but I think she needs to keep being aggressive.
Tipped away by Amaya Oliver. No, rather, Noelle Yancey.
And that was the message in the Lions halftime, clearly, to be aggressive defensively. And they're coming out, and they've caused some issues for the Zags.
Ten to shoot for LMU. On the perimeter, Alexis Mark gives it up to Yancey and draws the foul. Bad news for LMU is they are the worst free throw shooting team in the WCC. They only shoot 67% from the line.
Yeah, you got to be able to convert once you get there. You're putting pressure on your opponent by getting them into some possible foul trouble situations, but if you're not able to knock it down from the stripe and reward yourself for that moment, that makes those moments tough.
So this will be Yancey at the free throw line for the Lions. And she converts.
Able to knock both of them down. And the reason why that's important also is LMU's wanting to apply pressure, but if you miss that free throw, you can't set up your press. Zags break that pretty easily, but also why free throws are so important when you're down by this much.
Here's Maxwell out to Hollingsworth. She's had some great passes the last 10 minutes of basketball. Stokes had a look at the lane. Kind of forced that one up. And Anusa wants to push, and she will. And she gave it up, forced it too hard.
Great job by Callie Stokes of not fouling, of just keeping her in front. A little touch pass.
Well, no, that is the kind of transition work we love to see from this team that we haven't seen a ton today.
I think there Eliza just needs to catch and go right up. She kind of added a little crab dribble there. Didn't see who, but LMU able to get a hand on it and prevent that transition bucket.
Anusa. Oh, what a play by Azasia. And one more, that's her best shot of the day. And Coach Lisa Fortier for the Zags on the far bench. You don't need any translation there. She's really not happy.
Not at all, because that's just too easy. Inusa just able to bury Mount Hybens 2 feet in the paint. No dribble necessary. Great move by her to just use the quick hips to spin off the Hybens and get that and one opportunity.
And this is Anusa. This is rather Azasia. Good conversion. LMU is a long way to go. I mean, they're down about 20 points, but this is the best they've looked so far today, the last couple minutes on offense.
For sure, and they had that scoring drought in the first half where they went 10+ minutes without a field goal, so you're seeing them being a lot more aggressive, and it's paying dividends for this program.
Once again, the Bulldogs will settle into the half court. Kaylin Strong for Hollingsworth. Rejected by Alexis Mark. Nearly made him pay anyway as Hamilton chases it down.
A great recovery there by Marks, and she's so long and athletic, able to disrupt a lot of shots, and she's able to get a hand on that one from Hollingsworth.
Hamilton stuck in the corner. Callie Stokes is much longer than you, can't put that over her. Approaching the 5-minute mark with 5 to shoot. Hamilton has to go up. It's on target, just a little bit short. That's a good-looking jumper.
LMU is being forced to take a lot of shots late in the shot clock.
That one just off the hand or foot of Caitlin Trong. As Bree Salenbine comes back on in place of Brenna Maxwell. Bree's got 5 points, 2 for 2 from the field with a free throw. And she'll wait at half court for Nicole Rodriguez.
Zags changing their defense here. They're coming with a little 1-3-1, trying to be disruptive. Having Bree at the top of this too makes it really difficult to punch into the lane because she's so long.
Gandy once again, so close, yet so far.
Gandy has 2 points right now, but she's actually 2 points away from scoring her 1,000th career point, so I know she's hunting that as well.
We'll see if she can do it. She has about a quarter and a half. 43-25 Zags. One more break on the on ESPN+. Gonzaga women having no trouble with LMU here midway through the third quarter. 43-25 is our score. The Gonzaga men up 3 on Kentucky. Number 17 in the country with 3:47 to go. That would be a big win for this team that needs it. Meanwhile, back on the floor, Destiny Burton. Beautiful.
Looked problematic there for the Zags. LMU bringing some pressure. Bree's able to throw herself out of trouble. Caitlin Trong to Destiny Burton. That transition game, that's where they make you pay.
Here's Nicole Rodriguez out to Sydney Gandy. She's done a good job running this offense today, just has not done a good job of scoring. Gandy just 2 points. LMU's leading scorer is Oliver, who has 5, and then Azasia, who has 5. No one else has more than that.
Gandy with another look.
Well, LMU is being way physical as Callie Stokes with a highlight. Callie Strokes.
I'm really excited for her next season.
Yeah.
This Zags team is going to lose some high-quality guards. We all know that. If you're a part of Zag Nation, you're probably a little nervous about what that means, but then you see plays like that from Callie Stokes, and it has to make you feel a little bit more at ease knowing that she's going to be a leader for this team next season. And
Peyton Moon will be back by next year as well. They have gals who've been ready for this for a couple of years now in the pipeline. Liza, wide open. And Callie chases it down all over the floor. Trong forced it up. Nearly a third chance as Rodriguez pulls it down. And she'll slow it down. Inside 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Gandy continues to force it up. Gandy's 1 for 7 from the floor today. Liza, second chance. Man, a little sloppy the last couple minutes. See what the Zags choose to do about that. They might just end the quarter as Caitlin Trong tips it out of bounds. Big subs, Maxwell, Trong, and Hybins back in for GU. Destiny, Liza, and Caitlin Trong to the bench.
Couple of subs for both programs. I think Coach Lisa Fortier and Coach Erica Hughes both are realizing what you said, Greg, of a little bit sloppy, maybe some fatigue settling in, so let's get some fresh bodies in, see if we can execute offensively and keep the defensive pressure up as well.
I mean, you tell me, Shaq, if you spent so much time pressuring and sprinting as you did with LMU, kind of not a surprise that the offensive shots are going to stop falling for a while until you get everyone rested up.
Yeah, definitely. So you have to make a change, have to get people in that can keep that pressure up, but also have the fresh legs to knock shots down.
Salenbine. Maxwell nearly had the board. She gets it, and it's a foul.
I like that foul, though, for Brenna Maxwell.
Why?
Because I think last season and early on in her collegiate career as well, physicality was something that she wasn't totally comfortable with. It was catch and shoot threes. But now you see her crashing the glass off offensively and both checking out well defensively. She's really bought into that side of her game. So I think those are the fouls that you go, okay, I'll live with them. Now, if you're getting them every time down the floor, we have a problem. But her being aggressive and seeking out that physicality is a great thing for this program.
I think she might have early special March. Something just tells me that.
You would love to see her collegiate career go out in that fashion for sure.
Well, considering what a blessing she has been to this team, Azasia, she's been good on that right block in the second half.
Yeah, she's doing a great job of when the ball's on the left wing, she's ducking in hard from the opposite side. And right now, the Zags posts haven't done a great job of stopping that duck in and handling her physicality.
Kaylee Trong. It's been a while since they had both the Trong sisters on the floor at the same time. Hasn't happened a lot in the second half. Foul on Callie Stokes. A little aggressive. I believe that's her third foul. I guess we'll see. Callie heads to the bench. And Esther Little comes on. 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. Zags by 20. Could be worse. They beat Pepperdine by what, 37?
Yeah.
A couple nights back. Could be worse. Alexis Mark gives it up for Anusa. It's one of the best looks she's had today. And Esther Little rips it away. Foul coming across the timeline. Coach Fortier wondering what that was about. Oh, we have an injury back on the other side of the floor. That looks like Cynthia Azasia to me. It is. Grabbing her thigh.
Might be cramping a little bit, I'm not sure. For a second, it looked like she was grabbing her knee. Might be a calf cramp. You see, I can tell that her trainer.
It looks like she's cramping, yeah.
Yeah, her trainer's trying to flex those toes back towards her face.
Zag ball. 30 seconds on the game clock, 20 on the shot clock. Try to get one more good one up in the half court. Strong looking for Hybens, and she's got her. Salenbein with space. A beautiful look. Now there's no shot clock. Zags will go down low though, and get a foul.
Hybens has had a couple of those looks where she ends up shooting it over the backboard. I would love to see her get like a wider base and be able to handle that pressure and be able to finish it. Because when you're so narrow and people are able to like kind of push you around, it makes it really tough on the refs.
Sure.
Are you getting bodied? Is there a foul there? Or are you struggling to absorb that contact? And she definitely has that in her game. I think especially when she's catching it off the bounce, it's really natural for her to get very narrow and tall. Because I do think she's had maybe 2 or 3 opportunities where she could have had an and one if she was just a little bit stronger in her base and able to absorb that contact and finish.
Archer's got 5 points so far. And that'll get her to 6. 3 rebounds as well. All right, LMU will likely try to hold for the final shot of the third quarter here.
Zags opting to stick with this little 1-3-1 extended zone pressure. LMU struggling to get something inside the perimeter. Gandy turns it away.
Up to Esther Little. Not the best pass. Hybens. And that's the end of the third quarter. Bulldogs 49, Lions 27. This has been a fun one. 10 minutes to go. Let's see if both the men and women get a win today in Zag Nation on ESPN+. All right, the Gonzaga men's team up 2 on Kentucky with 15 seconds left in this game. Back here, though, meanwhile, the Gonzaga women steamrolling LMU kind of as we expected, Shaq.
Yeah, they had a great second quarter to propel them into the half, and then came out in that third as well and just kept things going. Lions have tried to put a little bit more pressure on the Bulldogs, get them uncomfortable. But again, this is a veteran guard group, so they're just doing a great job of handling that and still executing.
Well, the third quarter was the Zags' worst shooting performance as a team. They went 4 for 17 from the field in the third quarter, with only 24% as a unit. Did it look to you, Shaq, like they got a little bit tired out there in the third?
Yeah, I think that because you have to give credit to LMU as well. They brought a lot of pressure, and I think that's just exhausting to deal with for a full 10 minutes in a quarter. Expect the Zags to try and slow down a little bit. I think LMU did a good job of getting them rushed on some occasions.
And there's 7 points on the afternoon for Eliza Hollingsworth. Still only one Bulldog in double digits. That's Kaylin Trong, who has 11, and she had 11 at the end of the first half. This is going to be one of the Zags' lowest points performances in any game this season, Shaq. They're averaging 81 a game. I mean, right now, I think they'd be happy if they got to 65.
Yeah, and that's what's scary about this roster is, like you said, only one Zag in double digits, but a bunch of other Zags stepping up and contributing as well. And up by nearly 20 on this LMU program.
Yeah, their defense has been just remarkable.
So even when they're not at their best, or not even fully loaded with Ejim being out with Team Canada, they're still really effective offensively.
No doubt. All right, for the first time in quite a while, both of the Trongs are on the floor for the Bulldogs. I don't think that happened at all in the third quarter, except the very beginning. There comes Kaylin. Had a little space. That's a perfect pass to Mount Hybens and a perfect finish.
Great job by Hollingsworth, putting just enough arc on that. Hybens keeping it high, finishing amongst a smaller defender.
Yancey. Back over to Anusa. She has enjoyed the right wing today to shoot from. Not all of them have gone in, and it looks like another foul.
So the Zags talk LMU into a three-point shot, which again isn't their strength. And then after that, you have to check out. Marks is one of the best in the conference of crashing the offensive glass. Able to grab that O board and get that foul call, send herself to the line.
Alexis Mark. Round it off. Claire O'Connor comes back in for the Zags. Esther Little to the bench.
I'm not sure if Claire O'Connor was at the scores table in time. She hustled on and then was waved back to the scores bench. Now she goes. Now she's subbing in.
If you're Coach Erica Hughes, Shaq, how do you feel about this game for your team?
I think you're happy with how they responded in this second half. The first half was lackluster from them on offense. They've really turned it up.
Refs are really calling a lot more fouls the last couple minutes.
Yeah, up to
Pace
2 fouls per
slowing
team.
Down, yeah. Really slowed up the pace here. That's a beautiful shot by Nicole Rodriguez.
I'd love to see her be more aggressive. I think she has the skill set and the ability to score more for this Lions program.
Kalen Strong. Well, that's a perfect assist. Nope. Should be a foul. And they're not going to call that. Coach Craig Fortier, apoplectic on the Zags bench.
Yeah, I'm a little perplexed by that as well. I feel like Hybens here able to secure this pass, and then is tough, but we move on.
Anusa. Back for Yancey. 5 to shoot, running it down. Rodriguez forced it up. Salenbein the rebound. And the play. Rodriguez takes it away. Underneath for Anusa. Got it.
Greg Talbot just subbed in, everybody.
That's my
Great
hand on the
steal.
bottom. I took that one away.
Great steal.
I took that one away. I did my best. $7:16 to go. 53-32 Zags. One last break on ESPN Plus. Stay here. Zags 53, LMU 32. About 7:15 and change to go here inside the McCarthy Athletic Center. And here comes the LMU offense, who has had a hard time getting it going today. Shaq 1 for 16 from 3.
Yeah, that's 6% from that perimeter line. That's their bread and butter, though, is Alexis Marks getting herself to the rim and then being able to apply some pressure in the full court.
So I think we know what Coach Erica Hughes has to say about this one for LMU. The good news for the Zags is that you will get Vonnie back sooner than later. And getting the best player in the West Coast Conference back should help avoid things like 23% third quarters.
Yeah, definitely. This will probably be like one of the only weeks where we've seen her not leading the West Coast Conference in some weekly points scored or rebounds brought down or something like that. So the WCC has had a break from her for a week, but I'm expecting her to return to dominance when she's back here next week.
That was a foul on Amelie Sitterud, freshman who's getting her first minutes in this game. She's from Kirkland, Washington, over on the west side of the state. Nice to see her playing. I'm sure she has some family in town today. Easier to get here than LA. Pace of this game has really slowed down the last 5 or so minutes, all the fouls the referees were calling. Down inside 6 minutes, and Brenda Maxwell gives it away.
Hollingsworth pop there. I actually, especially with LMU trapping that ball screen, I would love to see her dive, put more pressure on that second line of defense for the Lions.
Destiny Burton. Good looking.
LMU just not ready to defend. There was no baseline out of bounds action from the Zags. That was just a quick pass from Trong into Burton.
There's Alexis Mark. Man, the Bulldogs have done a phenomenal job of bottling her up today. Leads them in just about every statistical category. And she's only got 5 points. Pretty amazing. She's not looked like their best player this afternoon.
Yeah, Zags have done a great job with the scouting report on her, talking her into making some tough shots.
Oh,
as you see, Callie Stokes. I love seeing her be aggressive off the bounce. She's very strong, able to use her shoulders to get past Marks there. Finish with that little reverse layup.
Here's Gandy. Back to her. She's 1 for 7 from the field. Over to Rodriguez, and she gets that one to go down. She likes the left wing, and that is her first three that has gone down today. 2 for 19 now, LMU from beyond the arc. As we're down inside 5 minutes to play in the final quarter. And good for Sydney Gandy knowing what was coming. They got burned by that one a couple of times. And that'll take us down to what should be our last time out of this game here in the kennel. Zags up 59-37 on ESPN+. Home stretch of this one here on ESPN+. Bulldogs 59-37 as Brenna Maxwell launches that one up unadvisedly. With less than 5 minutes to go as Sydney Gandy has had a tough day, man. Callie Stokes hits the deck. And they'll call a block on her.
Might have taken a knee into the thigh there. Doesn't feel good, but.
I think it was on Sophia Anusa, rather. I think Callie Stokes was just the recipient of it.
Yes.
Shaq, if you're Coach Fortier, what are your takeaways from this game?
I think you're proud of how your team responded to that slow start. I think you're proud of the Zags able to handle LMU's pressure and aggression defensively. And just the consistency that you're showing and people off the bench able to come in and have some really big minutes in the absence of Ejim.
Hybens, hands all over her. That was Azasia, no doubt.
Great read by Hybens. LMU trying to trap those ball screens, so she slips the screen. Great pass by Kaylin Trong.
And Kaylin heads to the bench, and that should be it for her for the next 4 minutes. And what a game for her, huh? 13 points, 8 assists. People aren't talking about her enough. Kaylin is 4th in the country in assists right now.
Yeah, she has such great vision of her teammates out on the court and doesn't make a lot of errors when it comes to delivering passes, whether it's through traffic and transition. She just really developed that part of her game. Every season she elevates that part of her game. So it's been great to see her have some big games like this where maybe wasn't scoring as proficiently as we see, but she gets other people involved.
Sure. Here's Rodriguez, who's been awfully impressive the last couple minutes. Anusa, 3, yes. "20-point game, which is where it has been most of the second half. Nice to see LMU's threes, a couple going down. It's been their layups that have kept them in this game for the most part. Callie Stokes. Beautiful layoff there by Kaylee Trong as well.
Kaylee picking up where her sister left off, dropping dimes. Good job by Callie Stokes to set that screen and roll hard.
Back-to-back threes from Anusa. Wow. The Zags want to run. At least they want to get it out of the half court.
So you see there, Callie Stokes is playing the 4 for this team,
Yeah.
but then has to bring the ball up out of that press break, able to go behind the back. She's just so dynamic, and she's only going to get better for these Zags.
Definitely one of the more versatile, positionless players on this team. As Brenna Maxwell gets it. She's 7th in the country in threes. And she's now got, 11 points, double digits. And an LMU timeout. All right, so we are coming up on the end of this one. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Zags in case you weren't with us at halftime as we took a look at it. They have the St. Mary's game, then on Pacific, both of those on the road. USF always a fun, competitive game at home. And man, we're all looking forward to February 28th. Portland is 2 back in the standings. They're in 2nd place. They will come to Spokane.
I think if you're the Zags, you're laser focused right now on just finishing conference play strong. You don't want to give anybody any reason to doubt the dominance that you've had up to this point. So you just need to handle your business these next few weeks. Go down to Vegas, handle business there, and get yourself ready for the NCAA tournament.
As for LMU, they've only won 4 WCC games this year. They beat Pepperdine twice, St. Mary's, and then San Diego. luckily for them, they get St. Mary's and San Diego next.
And those are going to be 2 tough games for them as well. They're just going to have to battle. All 3 of those teams like to play physical and aggressive, so that would be a fun matchup.
Gandy around and off. So we come up on 2 minutes to play in this one in the kennel. Mott Hybens getting aggressive down low and said they'll feed Bree Salenbine.
That opened up because, like you said, Hybens was posting up hard, was demanding attention. Great job by Bree of kind of sneaking behind the eyes of the defense there for a little reverse.
Yeah, Bree's got 7 points now. Higher on the stat sheet. Inside 2 minutes to go. It's Oliver. Loud first half, quiet second half. Gandy again. Wave it off. Foul as she went down the lane.
This lineup for the Zags, as you see here, Kaylee Trong getting in there, just a quick little pass along the baseline. But this lineup for the Zags, there's a couple subs here, but with Kaylee Trong, Hybens, Little, Callie Stokes, Bree Salenbine, that could be a starting lineup for any other WCC team. So it just speaks to the depth of this team.
And that's Rodriguez who draws the foul.
Savvy little play there, using her head fake to get Claire O'Connor up in the air. If I'm Erica Hughes, I actually would look to her to be more of an offensive weapon for the LMU program. I think she has the...
She's looked good today, man.
Yeah, she's had, and her three-point shot, it looks good coming out of her hands. I think she could be a threat for them outside as well. But she has a beautiful pull-up, which you kind of saw there. I know she got fouled on it, but I think she's capable of being somebody who brings them something extra off the bench.
She is their best three-point shooter as well, statistically. Got to get this one out of the backcourt. Got to hurry up. Bree Salenbine gets it across. Up to Callie Stokes. Wow. Callie Stokes, 10 points, 5 for 6 from the field, and 7 rebounds.
Who would have thought that your maybe third backup forward player is able to be an athlete and make alley-oop plays in transition?
Destiny Burton can't believe she just got whistled. Boy, Callie Stokes, what a great come on the last couple of minutes.
Was looking like there might be a backcourt violation. Bree able to push hard in transition, get that ball across half court just in time, and find Callie Stokes, who leaves the floor and goes up and makes a play.
Bunch of subs about to come in for LMU. Amaya Oliver misses her first. 4 subs coming in for the Lions. Man, what a great game for Callie, and we cannot wait to see what she does next year. I know that you just called her a forward, but the thing is, man, she is a truly positionless player. I mean, she can play point guard for you and sometimes does.
Yeah, her versatility is her biggest strength to this team. 10 points, 5 for 6 tonight, very efficient. Those 7 rebounds as well. We saw a couple of possessions where she's flying in there amongst larger players and able to strongly secure the ball. So her future in a Zag uniform is really, really bright.
It's going to be fun to see her really take the reins on the offensive side of the ball next year. Whatever
Not sure looks like. What's going on.
What are we doing out here? Are we going to play? I think we're going to play.
Yeah, not sure what happened there. There were free throws, and then I don't know if there was some sort of violation, and now LMU has it on the baseline. There were 6 players for LMU out in the court, so bit of chaos.
Hamilton, no. Esther Little can't quite get there. Bulldog ball with a minute to go. St. Mary's Gales up next for this team. And another foul. Bree Salenbine draws it. Free throws coming for her. And You know, we have a minute left of basketball. She might get to double digits. She can get to 9 here. Maybe a basket coming back down as well. Only 2 Zags with more than, well, into double digits. Kaylin Strong has 13. Callie Stokes has 10. Everyone else in the singles. Bree gets both. Well, good news for the Zags is this game is not going to hurt their per game average as much as we thought it might. They're averaging 81 a game, and despite the very slow start, they're still up to 70, 71 actually.
And like you said, a very spread out scoring for this team.
Kind of fun for everyone to get a look. Claire O'Connor, in fact, is the only Bulldog who has gotten on the floor tonight who has not scored yet.
Her and Esther Little, yeah. Esther hasn't been able to get a basket. But that's pretty impressive when you have 8 of your 10 rostered.
Esther as well, yeah.
8 of your 10 rostered.
Jump ball. O'Connor had it. She was waiting for it. She's like, finally, for the call.
LMU's not letting up, though. They're going to press the Zags to the very end.
They've been worthy opponents today, but the Zags will get the best of them by another pretty big margin. And the Bulldogs will stay ranked number 1 in the West Coast Conference. They'll move to 11-0 in the WCC standings. Best offense, best shooting team, tied for the best rebounding team, best 3-point shooting team, and they win 71-47.
Just a great job by the Zags of taking care of business while Yvonne Ejim is with Team Canada the last 2 games. Didn't have a drop-off whatsoever.
All right, you probably know who it is. Let's get to our player of the game today. It's Kaylin Strong. Man, she was a monster last time. She had 19 against Pepperdine, and today she has 13 and 8 assists to go along with it.
Yeah, definitely did a great job of leading her Zags from the very beginning. Does a great job as well of just picking her moments, of knowing when she needs to be aggressive and look to score, and also knowing when she needs to facilitate and get her teammates open. So great job, 13 points, 5 for 7, very efficient. Definitely the leader of this Zags program, especially with Ejim being gone.
They are perfect in the West Coast Conference, and we're coming up on the end of the season, so we'll see if conference perfection is in the cards. For Shaq and the rest of our crew here in Spokane on ESPN+, I'm Greg Talbot saying thank you so much for being here with us on a big Gonzaga basketball Saturday afternoon. It has been a pleasure, and we'll see you next time.